How jazz influenced fashion in the 1920s. It's a love story as old as time. Music and fashion have always had a connection, one that influences the other, thus changing history. Taking the 1920s as the prime example, we'll go back in time and examine this phenomenon and find out how music influenced fashion trends, and in particular, in one of the most competitive fields, wedding fashion. Let's have a look at the music first. Jazz originated from the African American communities situated in New Orleans, Louisiana. Jazz was a significant style of musical expression. It's jovial and catchy. It presents complex chords and encourages improvisation. It also helped that things started changing in the 1920s. At that time, industrialization in the United States was going through a massive change. World War I was finally over, and the people who got the chance to live a better life did so in full steam. And soon enough, this cheerful, happy, rebellious mood made its way into the fashion industry. The 1920s saw some massive changes taking place in the fashion industry. Some significant changes that became permanent in this era include shorter hemlines to make moving around and driving cars easy, a tube-like, slender silhouette that dismissed the traditional feminine physique. Basic tailoring led to women abandoning the typical corset. Dropped waistlines from below the chest to the natural waist to create a long frame and slim figure. In essence, the 1920s helped women come into their own in terms of fashion. Changes in women's fashion in the 1920s were perfectly buoyed by the entry of jazz in the musical realm. This was when flapper girls began to pop up on the scene, and the fashion icons started promoting the style with fervour. Flapper girls would defy social norms and take part in activities and unladylike behaviours, which weren't as unscrupulous as you think. Women would wear their hair in a short bobbed style that brought out their facial features. They would wear fashionable beads, slinky and loose dresses. And these dresses would be a lot shorter than dresses that women commonly wore. Another fashion feature that was common among flapper girls was the cloche hat. It became synonymous with the classic rebel girl style and would add a sense of dimension and style to the slinky dresses. More women began wearing brighter colours, loose dresses and shorter hemlines. It wasn't only women's fashion that received a modest boost from the influence of music and jazz. Men's clothing went through a remarkable transformation which many were thankful for. Men's clothes became baggier, less formal, and, dare I say it, fun. Hats were already popular among men and women. However, the 1920s made felt hats and tweed driving caps and fedoras more favourable. Men began to favour the wingtip style above others and began looking for more colours in shoes. Restrictive fashion was abandoned entirely. Gone were the corseted, tight-laced dresses, replaced by comfortable, loose and straightly tailored wedding dresses. Designers embraced the drop-waist style, added gorgeous embellishments that enhanced the bride's overall physique. Hemlines were brought up from the ankle to mid-knee or knee length. Dresses changed colour, going from basic white to eggshell, ivory, ecru, even flaxen and butter. Alongside, we began to see some fantastic details added to the dresses. Shimmering, scalloped detailing, luxurious fringing, lace trimmings, and gold and silver embellishments would adorn the bodice or the dress completely. Brides began to add unique accessories to their wedding ensemble. Some preferred to have full-length veils that added a little drama to their look. Others went for the bold style by adding an elaborate headpiece to their attire. But for those who wanted to keep things simple, would either go with a headband or elegant hair accessories to add to their graceful look. Jewellery would include pearls and diamonds as their most common choices. Women also started wearing more comfortable shoes, opting for Mary Jane shoes, ballet flats, pumps, or fancy T-straps for their wedding shoes. Jazz gave people a reason to be more open with their fashion choices. It was the different forms of art that inspired generations to change their ways for the better.